Okay, you might want to take out a piece of paper, a pen, and your calculator. Today we are going to be dividing polynomial functions. So just like our past few lessons on functions, there is notation. So if we notice, it is a division sign. The two functions can be written separately, or they can be put together with the x after it, or it could be written as a fraction. Those all mean the same exact thing. We're going to divide. So to divide a polynomial by a monomial, we're going to divide each term of the polynomial by the monomial by dividing the numbers and subtracting the exponents of like variables. So if we look at the example, it says if f of x is 15x squared y to the third, f of x. The question says divided by g of x. My g of x is that. I personally think it's easier to write them as fractions, so I would write 15x squared y to the fifth divided by 5xy. So if I look at the notes and the steps, we're going to divide the numbers. So 15 divided by 5 is 3. And we're going to then subtract the exponents of like variables. So here I have an x squared and an x to the first. 2 minus 1 is 1, so x. You could put a 1 here. You do not have to when it's a 1. If I look at the next variable, I have y to the fifth and technically y to the first. 5 minus 1 is 4, so y to the fourth. That is my answer. Example number 2. It says we have an function a and a function b. And the question says find a of x, which is this, divided by b of x, which is this. Again, I would write it as a fraction. So 12a to the fourth, b to the eighth, plus 16, a to the third, b to the sixth, divided by negative 4a squared b. Now, since there are two terms on top and only one on the bottom, it's kind of like two problems in one. First, I'm going to divide these. 12 divided by negative 4 is negative 3. If I look at the a's, 4 minus 2 is 2. 8 minus 1 is 7. Then I'm going to divide these. 16 divided by negative 4 is negative 4. 3 minus 2, looking at the a's, is a. Again, if you want to, you can put the 1 there. You do not need to. And 6 minus 1 on the b's, that's 5. This is my answer. And one more, usually if I'm in the actual classroom, kids get a little nervous because it looks complicated. We want to divide f of x, which is this. So that's 3 terms. And we're going to divide that by g of x, which is this. So we're going to write it as a fraction, negative 27 w to the fifth x to the fifth minus 45 w squared x to the fourth y plus 18 wx to the third divided by 9wx squared. Again, since there's 3 terms on the top, our answer is going to have 3 terms. So the first thing we're going to do is divide these here. So negative 27 divided by 9 is negative 3. W to the fifth divided by W to the first means subtract your exponents. So W4. X to the fifth divided by x squared. 5 minus 2 is 3. Then I'm going to look at the second term. Negative 45 divided by 9 is negative 5. 2 minus 1 is 1. Again, that 1 is optional. X to the fourth divided by x squared. 4 minus 2 is 2. We still have a y on top, so we're going to leave that y because we're not taking any away. And if I look at the third term, so my third division problem, 18 divided by 9 is 2. 1 minus 1 is nothing, and anything to the 0 power is 1, so that kind of just crosses out in that case. And 3 minus 2 is 1. Again, you do not need that last one on the exponent position. So my answer for this question is this. So when you're dividing, you're going to divide the numbers and subtract like exponents.